Hey guys, this is our pancake tutorial. So first of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about what a pancake actually is. A lot of people think that a pancake is just bending forward and coming down like that, when in actual fact, we are sticking in our anterior pelvic tilt and bringing our belly to the floor. In regards to our legs, they're not as wide as you can go. An actual pancake it's wide enough so that you can basically touch when you're on the ground, you can wrap your hands around your feet. Now I thought I would do this drill before I'm warmed up, so I'm completely cold. I just got to the gym just so that you can see how it progresses as I go, also where I start from. So you'll see that when I begin, some days I'm a little tighter than others and I don't have that full pancake and I need to work a little into it. Other days I have it and it's sort of good to go. So we'll get started. So first of all, we want to warm up our hips. There's heaps of different ways you can do that. My two favorite drills are 90-90 hips, and there's many variations we can do on this, but feet out, hands behind you, and we're just gently dropping our knees to the side and in the middle. So what I also like to do is open my knees wide in that middle part, just to get a little bit of an adductor stretch going on through there. So we can do that one, as many as you sort of feel you need to do. And then we've got Cossacks, so coming down, sitting into that bottom position, all the way up and over to the other side. If that's too easy for you, you can do like a lower sort of Cossack sway. So down into your Cossack, coming up so your hips are in line with your knees, other foot goes down, chest tall, pushing your hips to the other side, and then dropping down into it. You should feel that one in your adductors. Right, the next drill that I really like for warming up more specifically in the pancake is some straddle bounces. So what we're going to do here is focusing on pushing our knees into the ground. Think about your anterior pelvic tilt. In order to help this, if you don't have much of a pancake, so if you're about here, you can sit on a wedge and that will help your butt go down, your hips come into that anterior pelvic tilt. So what we're going to do, hands out in front, and I'm literally just going to be very gentle with it. And I'm going to bounce forward, thinking about pulling my belly button to the floor. So each time I'm trying to keep that anterior pelvic tilt, holding onto the floor. Do 10 or so bounces, then hold for 10 seconds. And you're going to move your hands forward. Do another 10 bounces, hold for 10 seconds. Each time we're trying to continue to drive the knees into the ground. Think about squeezing the butt and think about that anterior pelvic tilt. So do 3 rounds of that. So 10 bounces, 10-second hold, 10 bounces, 10-second hold, 10 bounces, 10-second hold. Hit pause here. When you come back, we'll move on to the next drill. Okay, so it's important that we don't forget about our QL and our glutes when we're practicing pancake, and we don't just want to smash our adductors and our hamstrings. So I'm going to show you a few progressions to a very simple glute stretch. So this one here is our incline pigeon. We've got the incline up here. The lower the incline, the more intense it is. So you can adjust it to your own mobility level. So this is going to be obviously harder. And then as we get all the way down, you can think about putting your other knee on the ground. From here we can do like head to toe type movements. We can do chest to knee, whatever feels better for you. You can keep it dynamic or you can keep it as a static stretch. But we'll do that on each side. So hit pause. Once you've done that, come on back. Okay, this is a little QL stretch. So this one I like to be in a little bit of a wider straddle than you would be for your pancake. What we're going to do is bring one arm under, the other one's going to come up. You're going to try to keep your chest staying on its side, so looking up under your arm. Reach your arm for your foot, and you should feel a nice stretch down the other side there. Relax into it, coming out, changing sides. So shoulder goes down, reaching for that foot, holding on if you can, and trying to open up towards the ceiling. I would do 3 to 5 each side, just trying to relax and sink into it as much as you can. Now this drill is for someone that doesn't have a lot of range. So if your pancake sort of looks a bit more like this and you find you can't really get down, and so maybe the straddle bounces aren't very effective for you, we can do it standing. So Basically what it does, same thing, but we are shifting where the gravity is coming from. So often you get a bit more help from gravity. So looking from the side, I'm gonna go into my pancake stance here. You're gonna forward fold and you're gonna reach for the ground. And so you can do the same technique here. We're bouncing, trying to get my elbows to touch the ground. If that works, you can grab your ankles and you can try to get your head to touch the ground. So same principle, but you may have more success because of the effect of gravity. Okay, part of a pancake is compression strength. So compression strength is the strength that you have in order to pull your stomach down towards your legs. That's called compression strength. So I'm going to show you a couple of drills. Some of them some of them are more advanced than the others. So the first one, we're going to sit into a straddle. I'll show you front on actually. And we're going to do some leg raises. So palms stay flat. The further away your hands are, the harder this drill is. So you may need to start here, which is totally fine. Start it around your knees, see how it feels, and move back or forwards, adjust as per. What we're going to do is you're going to push into the ground and with the heels of your palms of your hands, point your toes, and we're going to raise that leg. Okay, we're going to do 10 of these, holding the last one for 10 seconds, making sure to do the other side. You may find that you cramp in your quad, in your abs. It's all good, embrace the cramp. The next stage up from there is both legs at once out in front like this. We can do circles, we can do pulses. So that is a more simple more simple variety than the block push that we're about to do now. So the block push, if you don't have access to this range, this one won't be for you and you'll be doing the leg raises. If you have a decent pancake but you can't quite get down to the bottom, this drill might help you here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our pancake. I'm going to be pushing the front of the block. So no fingers on top, none of this, only on the top. The only thing that's allowed to touch the ground here is your lower belly, okay? We're going to do 10 gentle pulses, each time pushing the block at least 1 millimeter further forward. We're going to hold the last one for 10 seconds. So I'm going to speed up this part of the video, but I'm going to do it now so that you can see the increase in my range as I go through the set. Now, if you want to increase it, after we've done that hold, put your hands down, point your toes, pull your legs up and hold here for another 10 seconds, just to help get more of that compression strength. Okay, the last two exercises we're going to do are loaded ones. This one here is a loaded pancake. The goal here is to be able to achieve horizontal at that end range. So if you can't, raise your bum. You may find that you need to raise your hips this much. Sit on a box, on the corner of a box is good, legs straight, and then still following those pancake protocols of leading with that lower belly, chest proud, and coming down. So I'll show you what it looks like on the floor. You're going to load upper back, keeping the elbows nice and tall, getting into your comfortable position, down as far as you can, and then coming back up. So this one is just done for reps, and we're just trying to build that pancake strength. So like I mentioned, you may need to raise your hips on this one if you can't get forward, because then the weight isn't going to be effective unless it's on top of you. Now the other one that we're going to do is a static hold. I'm going to go and change my weight out and I'll be right back. Okay, so this one needs to be heavy. If you've got a human that you want to pop on your back, that'd be great too. But basically this is, again, you need to be able to achieve a certain range before this is going to be effective. So you may find that you need to do the other drills, and there are so many others as well. So if you want a more specific drill targeted towards you, send me a message. With this one, we're going to get into our pancake position. I'm going to pull the weight onto my back, and I'm just going to get comfortable, or as comfortable as you can in your position, finding a good spot for that weight and just trying to relax into it. There we go. So just trying to relax and sink into the stretch. I would spend 60 seconds in that passive stretch there. If you're doing the reps, somewhere between 5 and 8 reps is always good. Yeah, a couple of rounds. Make sure you have good amount of rest time in between each set, because you're going to need it, because this is so targeted to the pancake that we're working the same areas over and over again. So you may not want to do all of these. You may just want to pick and choose which ones work best for you.